In the previous videos in this series, we took a good look at the various parts of the interface within Morphine. Now we are going to take this knowledge and apply it in practice. I'm going to run through the process of making your own sounds within Morphine to give you an idea of how to go about this yourself. Making your own sounds can be quite rewarding and can lead to some unique and unusual results. More importantly, when making your own sounds, you can learn better how and when it is a good idea to go back to the sound creation when making a particular sound fit into a particular song. Very often, if you can fix these problems at source, then it makes life easier for everything further down the signal path. Although resynthesis will, for most people, be the bread and butter of creating sounds in Morphine, I'm going to start off with creating simple waveforms, similar to those that you would use in a software synthesizer. These themselves can be useful when layering sounds. The first and easiest to create in Morphine is a sine wave. A single sine wave is very easy to create in Morphine, for obvious reasons. All you need to do is to create a single partial in the first position on the sound generator. This then provides you with a simple sine wave sound. This sound is used very often to provide sub-bass sounds within electronica tracks. It also is used to add weight or body to other sounds. You can of course experiment with using other levels for other partials in a sound, and I would recommend that you do so. Next up is a square wave. A square wave is made up of the original fundamental and the odd harmonics. Building up from the original, I can draw in these harmonics individually. If I lower the volume across the spread, then the sound you end up with approximates a square wave. This is very often a favourite waveform for creating bass sounds. Of course, I could quite easily have done this using a shortcut. I could have selected odd from this menu here and adjusted the sound levels from that. Triangle waveforms are up next, and unlike the square wave, the triangle waveform is made up of even harmonics as opposed to odd harmonics. Finally, last and certainly not least, we have the sawtooth wave, which is made up of all the harmonics. This is a favourite for many sounds in general, but in particular is favoured amongst the electronica musician as a lead sound. You will have noticed that as I have been going up the frequency range, I have lowered the volume in all of these, and this is no mistake. With sounds like this, the fundamental sound is the one which provides a base for the rest of the sounds to build upon, and as such has the highest volume. As you go away from this sound, similarly the higher harmonics gradually get quieter in volume. You can build static sounds in this fashion and use the sounds to mimic those of a subtractive synthesizer. And you may well find many uses for these particular waveforms, although very often a sine wave can be combined with many other instruments to provide the other sound with perceived body and presence within a mix, without intruding upon or interfering with the other sounds that might be in a full track mix. In the next video, I'll take a closer look at creating sounds using resynthesis.